Hey guys, I would like to apologize for not being on for a long time, but I've just been caught up with stuff and everything, so for today's video we're just going to be talking about how to use basics and stuff, so that's what we're going to be doing. Now, I did try to do this before, but it glitched out because the video was too long, so we're just going to try to speed through this. Okay, so 2 devices in 1 channel. So basically, like the title says, it's only 2 devices and they only use 1 channel. So when you interact with this button, it transmits on a channel saying channel 1. And this frog spawner will spawn when receiving from channel 1. So if you press this button, this frog spawns. Now for this one, 3 devices and 2 channels. So we have this button, which says spawn, and when interacted with, it transmits on channel 2. And then this button says despawn, and when interacted with, transmit on channel 3. So once you do that, you apply some stuff to the frog, so this frog spawns when receiving from channel 2, and it despawns when receiving from channel 3. Now the deadly sequencer, I actually had no idea that I've seen it been used in maps before, I just never knew how people did it. But it's basically like lava stuff, kinda. It's kinda like lava. So if you're wanting to copy it, I put it slow at 5 beats per minute. Lengthen. The settings can be changed by y'all, but the main settings you're gonna want, or maybe pulse direction up, and the damage level to be elimination, because you don't want people to survive if it touches them. And there's the channel stuff, so maybe you could hook up a button to it so it starts a sequence when receiving from the channel. But that could make some really cool game modes and stuff. So the first teleportation method here is just basic teleporting. And the way it works is that they're both on the same group. So if they're not in the same groups, it's not gonna work. Now for the second one, you want the rift to be none, and this rift is activated via channels. So this trigger, when triggered, it transmits on channel 4. So if I touch this, it teleports me to this teleporter. And now we have the better building stuff. Some people don't deal with this, but some of my friends do. Where basically, like, they pull out a piece and it's like a prop and whatnot. So if you're wanting to fix that, if you look to your left, it lists a bunch of like controls and stuff. And you'll see one for options. If you press that button, it opens up this quick menu with 3 categories known as movement, object placement, and tools. The main 2 that people are probably dealing with is grid snap and building as prop. So these are the 2 that can mess with you. So building as prop is what makes these buildings all wonky junky like a prop. But if you insist on having building to prop on, you can turn grid snap on, which makes it to where the building piece snaps onto a grid, meaning that it doesn't have like as much free space. They just move in tiles of. Basically, how grid snap works is like if you take a certain step that many times, that's how many times. I know I'm saying stuff confusing because I don't plan this stuff out. But look, if it's a grid snap of 2, I just have to move 2 tiles. 1, 2, and it takes up a full tile. And if I do something like 8, it takes 8 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's how grid snap works. But I mostly just use regular building because it makes stuff easier and stuff. Now some grass types don't always work. Like if you picked one out of the terrain gallery, like this floor, it's propped because it's part of an entire prop section. So if you're wanting like normal grass, I suggest going to grass and dirt for gallery C, which has a bunch of this nice grass. Now the sky dome device is a device that basically changes like the looks around you. So like we got yellow sun, we got blue sky with stars, pink back there. Now I have it using volume because I don't want it taking up the entire map. But yeah, you can change stuff like the light source color, the intensity of it, the fog, the lights. You can turn clouds on and off. Now, one thing that you might deal with is, like, let's say you want a pink sun and you turn the light source intensity to 30. As you see, the floors aren't really that pink, but the sun is blazing pink. But if you scroll down, there's ambient light. So it's basically a different type of light. So if you change ambient light to, let's say, black, then it literally makes everything much darker and the pink starts to show up more. So that's that thing. So that's, oh wait. So that's how the Sky Dome device works. Sentries, I just made it to where this sentry's invincible with 1,000 shield and whatnot. He's basically like a turret, and I made him on a friendly team so he doesn't try to kill me. But if you're wanting them to look or feel like the henchmen's from like Chapter 2 Season 2 and throughout, it's better if you add a timed attack or time to attack, because it adds that question mark where it starts filling up, then it hits the exclamation point. But make sure you have the alert icon visible, or otherwise they won't appear and whatnot. And I've also got a raptor here that dies and respawns over and over for that guy, so he stays active. Now the chest and ammo gallery is definitely okay. So it's actually a part of devices, and some people are always trying to make battle royale maps and whatnot, but they can never like find the stuff they need, or like the exact, like they want to make randomized chests, but they don't know how. So if you go to devices and scroll around, you'll see this. This is the chest and ammo gallery. And if you notice, when you click on stuff, it like has these little tags. So you see how this tags item? You could click item and it shows all things that involve items. So that's that. Now I'm going to show you what this stuff looks like in gameplay, so you can actually see how it works. And I'll talk about a few other things. So the two devices in one channel. I click it, spawns a frog. Click it, spawns a frog. Over here, I click this button, spawns a frog. Click it again, spawns a frog. Click that, click the despawn, and it despawns them. And then here's the lava over here, so you press it, lava starts rising. You touch it, you die. Gotta wait to respawn. Then the first teleportation method, like I showed earlier, it still works. The second teleportation method doesn't teleport you anywhere, but when you press the trigger, it teleports you. Oh, I think it's because I wasn't near the sentry. He's not attacking the raptor. Here, raptor, come here so the sentry can kill you. It's because I gave this guy a proximity, which makes it to where you can't see too far. Okay, there he goes. Now he's starting to get angry. Or he'll just freeze up. Oh look, he has a little question mark. Getting like on the verge of being angry. Okay. Yeah, sentries are a little bugged and whatnot and stuff. But yeah. So those are some basics of the island and stuff. But if you're wanting to make things simpler for you, or you feel like this is way too confusing, if you go to like your menu, like here, and then click your island, and then down here there's a thing called channel browser. When you click it, it tells you your channel usages and devices. So as you see, I'm using channel 1, transmitting and receiving once, meaning that only one thing is transmitting on channel 1 and only one thing is receiving from it. And it tells you what it is, and I can teleport to it as here. But if you feel like you don't know which one you're wanting to go to, you see how this one says billboard for sequencer? If you go to a device, if you go to any device, click it, and then click this settings down here, you can rename it. And this basically makes it, and you can use this in your maps to make things easier for like finding certain devices and whatnot. But yeah, that's that stuff. So I apologize for not making videos and whatnot, all these bugs and stuff. I tried making a bunch of videos, but I don't know how long this video is, so I need to end it as fast as possible. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.